Three countries you should not travel to, and I'm going to give you a reason why. They're either going to get bombed or have some sort of internal conflict. And if you're there for dating purposes or as a passport bro, you may die and you may not get out alive. You might get there, you might find your future wife, and neither of you will get out of there alive. Let me explain why and where those three countries are and those regions of the world are and a time frame for it. If you're new to this channel, click the subscribe button, and in the comments, I'm going to pin my product on how to approach girls. I recommend that you check it out. It is dirt cheap. It is basically free. Click on the link and check it out. How to approach girls. You travel to a country or in your own hometown in the West. Perfect for beginners to get into it. Let's get into it. First country, and this is the most urgent country for you to avoid right now. If you're thinking of traveling right now, I recommend you avoid Poland. Now, for obvious reasons, there is a war in Ukraine. Russia's invaded Ukraine. There's a lot of trouble in Ukraine. But what's happening in Poland right now, there's a lot of passport bros still traveling to Poland to meet girls. The girls I hear are very beautiful. But the United States has built up some military bases there. There's uh, a lot of action from the United States in Poland right now, and it seems like the whole political system in Poland, the entire government, has been co-opted by the United States. Now, the time frame that I give this to happen, it might not be in 2025, but I would say there's a high likelihood in 2026 that Poland enters the war. And it's not just Poland. I'd be looking very closely to avoid countries like Finland. Sweden seems to be okay for now. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, uh, countries in that area, I would be looking very closely at avoiding them. My understanding is that in Poland, the and this is just hearsay. I don't have any real evidence of this happening. I've just hearsay from people that have told me that it seems like they're building up the roads, they're fortifying the bridges. I don't have any evidence to really back that up. There is a lot of evidence that the United States is building their military bases, and they're preparing for a war with Russia. Now, the last thing you want to do is to go to Poland with all of these hopes, fork out a lot of money, and then next thing you know, all the girls are left the country because a few bombs start landing, or you're in the middle of a set and a bomb lands on you, or you meet the girl of your dreams and you both get bombed in a cafe or something like that. Avoid Poland at all costs. Two, the other region of the world to avoid, and this is the same thing, it's the United States versus China and Russia. There is a conflict brewing, and a lot of people have been talking about Taiwan. I think Taiwan is safe. South Korea. Do not travel to South Korea. Their time is numbered. They're in a lot of trouble. Uh, if you look at the top 10 exports and industries within South Korea, all of them compete not only with China, but also with the United States. The United States is looking to prop up its economy again. And in a way, both of these superpowers, China and the United States, could do without South Korea. They're not that valuable to anybody right now, and they're competing for market share. Also, if you have a close look at this area of the world, the Korean Peninsula is a very sketchy area. Don't go there. Look, if you follow my channel, don't go to South Korea. I believe South Korea will get destroyed long before Taiwan does. Uh, don't travel there. Don't go there to try to find your next K-pop wife. It's too dangerous. I cannot exactly give you a time frame for that. I think things need to escalate in in Europe first. Things need to escalate a little bit more in the Middle East, and the United States seems to be doubling down in the Middle East with Israel and a few other countries over there. And then China may or may not um, do something about South Korea. Keep in mind a lot of the artillery shells that are, in propping up the factories that manufacture the artillery shells. They're getting created in North Korea. All of that technology came from Russia. uh, the North Koreans are making money by sending all those artillery shells to Russia so that they can take out the Ukrainians. And those artillery shells are going to be used for the Polish as well in the not too distant future, from what I can see. And then only once that has totally been done, the North Koreans will have the ability to use that new manufacturing know-how to prepare to take out the South of Korea. Don't go to these two regions of the world. There's many other countries you can go to. Just don't go to these ones. Three, South America. Now, this is a safe area, not because of crime or because of the economic problems over there. It's safe because the United States basically owns South America. They control it. There's a thing called the Monroe Doctrine. Google it if you're not sure what that means. The United States owns these countries, and they're not allowed to build a military. Recently, Peru has engaged economically heavily with China to build a port. There's a massive port being built in Peru right now. It is funded. It is one of the biggest ports in the world, by the way, and it is being funded by the Chinese. The Peru doesn't have the ability to defend this port, and there's no allies in the region. My understanding is that Peru doesn't really have a good relationship with Chile. They don't really have any allies next door. I think they're on good terms with Bolivia, but they don't have any aircraft carriers, do they? Or any nukes. There's no countries in the region that have the ability to come to Peru's defense, and that government may endure a color revolution triggered by the CIA. It sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I would be very careful in the not too distant future spending too much time in a country like Peru. It might not be the safest place for you to go. Um, Not to mention a few other countries in South America who are engaging. And you see, this is a geopolitical play that is happening. It's China, the United States, Russia, and China's trying to make friends in South America to try and weaken the United States. And if they can put some Chinese military bases or sell arms to some of these South American countries, that's a direct threat to the United States. And then the United States is distracted in South America, and that gives China more freedom to do what they want with, say, South Korea. You can see there is a limited amount of resources with all of these countries, and this is the game that's being played right now. I would avoid countries like Peru right now. Brazil has signed with BRICS. BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They've also got a whole bunch of other countries that want to get involved. Indonesia's one of them. That's an economic bloc that is a direct challenge to the American empire. Russia, sorry, Brazil uh, hasn't really had any problems so far, but there's a possibility they might in the not too distant future. Argentina was recently collapsed, and Javier Milei is clearly a CIA operative or a genius that's able to play both sides. Um, so I would avoid, let's just say Peru. I'll just give you Peru. Avoid Peru. Don't go there. It's not a place that you should go. It's probably, it could possibly have to deal with a Venezuelan style color revolution, depending on its economic ties with China. I don't know how long that will until that will happen. Uh, it's probably the same amount of time frame. I'll give it within like the next like I don't know 3 to 5 years. It might be too dangerous to go there. But that's my take. These are three regions of the world you shouldn't go to right now because things could kick off at any moment. South Korea, Peru, obviously Poland. Poland possibly has 12 months to 2 years. So if you're looking to do a passport bro trip to pick up girls and find your next wife or your next the love of your life, don't go to these countries. So if you like this video, click the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, really important. And top link in the comments, or go to my website. Check out the 30-day challenge. I highly recommend it. It will get you from beginner swiping right on Tinder, having trouble to meet girls, and it'll give you a proper template on how you can actually approach girls in your day-to-day life. Highly recommended. Check it out. Click the link. Read what it's about before you buy it. And it's dirt cheap. It's basically free. And I think I've got about 40 videos in there. There's every day there's a new task for you to complete over 30 days, and it will get you moving in the right direction. So I'll see you guys in the next video.